Hey, before this video gets started, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. If you find yourself watching this video, and obviously you have because you can hear this, if you decide for whatever reason to nope out of this video before it finishes, and I mean like well before it finishes, like before the halfway mark or at any point, like you decide to leave before it's done, do me this favor and leave a comment down below explaining exactly why you're leaving. If it's my voice, if it's the audio, like the audio quality, if it's the co-host voice, if the video is just boring, doesn't matter what it is. Like even if it's like, well, I suddenly had to poop and I had to leave. Like doesn't matter what it is, just tell me what it is down below because I'm trying to boost audience retention. And I feel the only way to really do that is by having the audience tell me what's making them lose retention. So enjoy the show. All right, so in the last episode we did the Megalo Station story mission. So this time we're going to Botanical Kingdom. Oh man, find the fastest route to reach the goal within the rings. Okay. So in the last episode, I said I had an idea for like a money-making scheme for Nintendo and PlayStation. And technically speaking, I guess it could work with Xbox or Microsoft rather. I'm not 100% sure. But the solution, in my opinion, is if they would just release an HDMI thing, how would I word this? A console that could play old cartridges. It could connect via HDMI to modern television. And if they wanted to get real sexy, they could even make it upscale. And I just feel like something, because like people complain about they complain about the pirating or whatever the fuck, and it's a lot of like, well, we the main reason people pirate is because there's no way to play modern games. They're older games. Is it red? Normal? As we've seen, I get nothing for my efforts. So, normal's good enough. Like, going out of your way to do all of it, quote unquote, perfectly, completely pointless. But yeah, just something that could play NES games, SNES, and 64 cartridges. And like, it could, it wouldn't have to use old hardware. Like it would in theory only really need to use N64 controllers, because the NES had what, 2 buttons in the D-pad plus start and select. The SNES had like what, 8 buttons. Boy, I missed all of those. And like the 64 had like the most buttons out of everybody so far. So you could just use an N64 controller. And if you don't like the N64 controller, like the original like scheme of the N64 controller, there are so many goddamn. There are so many remakes that use that original plug, just basically the same controller with just, a better layout. Well, better quote unquote layout. But like, just to be able to, like, I know like I guess they would be afraid, like, well, we're worried that people might be able to use that that technology to, wow, easy, they might be able to use that to go ahead and figure out how to like use that to dump ROMs, especially like, you know, better than they used to be able to dump ROMs in on the thing onto like SD cards or whatever, and then the pirating would get worse. I was like, well, that's the thing. They already know how to do that. And it's like, and there's even what's it called in Jmann? There's even HDMI for like game consoles that didn't have HDMI, like the OG Xbox, the PS2, and like the GameCube and the 64. Like those, there are like there are consoles or like there are little Switch boxes that you can buy. Are you fucking butt fucking me, really? Come on, get out of here. Like, I don't know all the paths. So like technically speaking, it's not, you're not saving yourselves any potential. Nah, man. You're not saving yourself any potential like piracy by not putting that out. And then like once you do that, it's like, oh, how did that work out? You know, did it sell well? Because don't think it's gonna sell as well as a new fucking console. But by all means, it'll sell. It'll sell well enough. Like it's, but you know, put your ass into it. And if it does work out, then the next step would be to move on to something like the Wii. Technically speaking, I suppose, never mind. Because if you wanted like a console that could play Wii games and Wii U games, the Wii U, buy a Wii U. Like that's the solution. Buy a fucking Wii U. But I would say with the issues like with a Wii game, like this, what you need is a way to upscale this bitch. And if I'm not, and like it's completely possible that if I did play this on the Wii U, it would look better. I can tell you here in a few seconds. And this is up with, I don't have to wait. That's it. All right, so we're heading to Reddit. Wanted to play Sky. Does anybody know how to make it look any better? It's not so bad. The game is unplayable, but yeah, and I think that's the issue. Yeah, you can't make Wii games look better on a Wii U. The Wii U console, the Wii U upscales 480p standard for Wii games to 1080p max resolution for the Wii U, because there is basically a normal Wii inside the Wii U, but the only difference is that it has an HDMI output. It's not like the PS3 that renders the PS1 and 2 games at 1080p or 720p. Yeah, so basically these games aren't like, the Wii isn't like outputting them poorly, it's just outputting them. This is what they look like. I don't necessarily understand that. And like somebody said, like, well, like, did you play, like, you're probably used to playing Wii games on a CRT, and that's how come you think they look much better on older TVs. And that's because they did. That was the entire point. I didn't even see what's the point? Oh, what am I doing here? Yeah, it's effectively, the Wii was made for the hardware that it would be connected to when it was released. Ooh, Son of a whore. If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna get more than I should be able to, simply because I think it sent me back, and I went through some I had already gone through, but it's at 20. I don't know if it maxes out at 20. It was like the counter maxes out at 20 or what. Well, if anything, I think we got blue. Okay, so right there is where you could have. I think you can use those pots to like do the thing. We'll find out. I think there might be one in here. No, is there not one in here? Are we gonna have to do this again? Time was up. The shit you say? Yeah, like you know. So you wouldn't have to even do it with the no, yeah, no. I guess technically speaking, yeah, you could. If you wanted to really get really sexy with it, you could just go ahead and they could release a console, a retro console that played GameCube games. It had like native saves. Native saves meaning instead of needing the memory card, it had a hard drive in it that would save your game data for you. And all you had to do was just save your game data. Yeah, it did. Like, yeah, so I got more there than I was supposed to. Because that was only 16. Weird, 16, it never was like 5. Yeah, when it was the match. Huh, weird. I keep missing this thing. Yeah, it would be able to play GameCube games, and you like I acknowledge that it would like what I'm saying. You would have to have like a memory card slot so you could transfer data from your old memory cards to the console itself. Earn points by avoiding medium burst before you reach and go. All right. I think there's going to be a lot of like do the thing you did in the last stage, but on this one.
Ready? Go. Ready? Go.
Oh, I not. Let's do it again, Mike.
Ready? Go.
Oh, we're doing links. It's not just okay. You didn't tell me that. You didn't explain that to a brother.
Ready? Go. Ready? Go.
Try it again. I didn't see it. You didn't see it neither. You didn't give me that shit. Yeah, I would fucking love that, man. Like I don't have like an extensive collection of N64 games. I have a decent amount of Super Nintendo games, and I have a crap load of NES games that I did not pay for. They are not mine. Well, they are mine now, but like they weren't. Fuck me. And it would just be dope. I know that the Retron 5 or the Retron whatever is an option because I know that it plays NES and Super NES and the thing, even like Sega games. But from what I know, like which isn't what I know, it's just what I've heard through Gerard, the Retron 5 isn't that good. I just held it. I didn't do anything. Yeah, I'm not moving.
Ready?
Because you're just supposed to know.
Woo! Luck, boy. It was luck. Luck. Yeah, yeah, luck.
Fuck. Anyway, yeah. So, damn, that would be fun. I'm just because I went through a lot of work last night trying to get Tetrasphere to work on like 2 separate emulators. I got it to work on the Wii. You don't know that yet, but I got it to work on the Wii, and I had to download an updated version of Project 64 for the for my laptop. What am I doing? Okay. He's 30. Oh, this is a race? What the shit? He's 30. Now, Gravity Rush, they don't mean gravity control. They just mean the Gravity Rush. So if I'm not mistaken, like I think it might just mean, yeah. Nope, I was wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know. I don't know exactly. Ah, put it. Fuck. I don't exactly know. Whew. That is. I didn't realize it was gonna load so fast. Bullshit. Horse cockles. It's either failure or failure. It's one or the other. Never in between. I'm not super sure they want me to break 30. Well, 30 is the minimum. Yeah. Good enough for me. It's good enough for me, it's good enough for you. Getting new missions no matter what I do. All I gotta do is finish it. Reach the goal with at least 100 gravity points remaining. What? What are gravity points? I don't understand gravity. What are gravity points? Oh, those? So it is the bar. How, like, you want me to fill the bar? We ain't gonna make it, pimp. Fail. Okay. There's rings. There ain't no rings in this page. So you start out with no regular gravity points. That makes sense. And you can get them from hitting these. Because what I don't know is whether or not $47, what an odd choice. Those reward numbers. I don't know if like hitting those shortcuts actually like makes things go faster or not. What was the normal? Okay. Good enough for me. Done is done. That's it for this one. No. We're gonna look up real quick how many missions there are to see if it matters. Okay, there are 7 missions per track with 15 types of missions sprinkled throughout. Missions 1, 2, and 3 are standard and don't change, while 4 through 7 don't have a set pattern. Get out of here. After completing missions 1 through 4 on a course, mission 5 will then unlock. Completing that will unlock 7, and afterwards mission. Okay, so hold on. There's only 7 per track, so yeah, I'm not bugging. It doesn't matter what we do. In the next episode, we can go check out the shop. I won't have any more rings as far as I'm aware, because I think I can only get rings by playing the what's calling bad boys, the grant, like just regular races, and you just have to earn rings, but collect rings as you play. But shoot, until next time, get out.